So guys, thank you again for watching our channel. Hope you enjoy it. We're trying to not only give you a little bit of entertainment, but share some of our tricks and tips along the way. Do want to say thank you to Will bringing this car all the way from Jacksonville. It's here for a clutch. It has a clutch in it. I'm not going to give away too many secrets. Well, they're not even secrets, but you're going to see in a minute. We're going to put it up in the air. He showed us a picture of what someone did to the transmission. They left the shift fork out, and it's super evident when that happens because they have to grind a big ginormous slot to stick it in. It needs to come from the back side. It needs to go in before the transmission goes in. But it should have this is a 04, it should have an AP1 flywheel in it already. It has some kind of clutch in it. He said it's awful. In fact, George just drove it in. Is it? It's not very good. It's not very good. Would you call it awful or just not very good?
You could drive it if you wanted to, but
I was probably too mean. It's just not very good. So we're gonna put FX300 in here. That is our closest to OEM field clutch. It handles 450 horsepower. It's our favorite clutch because it's the closest one to the OEM, which in my opinion, is the best. It's the best clutch there is. But it'll only handle 300 horsepower, then it slips. So this is what it looks like under the hood. So again, just the off chance that he decides to boost it, we're gonna do the FX300, then he doesn't have to do it again. We talked to him about, he said the shifter felt a little bit funky. He did change it to royal purple, which is one of our tricks to make the transmission shift a little smoother, but we're gonna do a shifter rebuild. I've shown you that in past videos. Search for that, shifter rebuild. I think the video is called How to Make Your S2000 Transmission Shift Better, or something like that. Do a quick search, but we'll show you what the shifter looks like, and then hopefully we'll make it improved some way. A lot of bugs on here. It did come a long way, and it's just, some of those look like they're fresh, some of them are old. I think I'm gonna just remove some of those so they're not sitting on the paint, melting the paint while we work on it. We're gonna let the engine cool down a little bit more. It's still super hot. All right, so I just removed the shifter, and it's got some really sticky, yucky grease on there. So the fact that we're not supplying fluid, I told him we'd rebuild this. So you've seen our video on this, but basically this ball on the end we're gonna change, and the cage there. But this grease, believe it or not, grease makes a big difference, kind of like oil. You put fresh oil in the car, obviously the engine is better lubricated and will be slicker. It's the same with this grease here. When the grease is old and yucky grease, it tends to be sticky. It's not that good of a lubricant. So these are the parts we're replacing. This is obviously super yucky and sticky, and the grease that's on here, like I say, it gets, even though it's grease, it should be slick, it does get sticky, so it makes an amazing difference just cleaning everything up really well and putting fresh grease on everything. Of course, we're going to use Honda grease. I will show you that in a minute, but you'd be amazed how well this works. In fact, I've got some really good feedback. A lot of people have thanked us, said, hey, thanks just for bringing it to my attention and kind of showing you how to do it. It's not a difficult job, but if somebody on YouTube shows you how to do it, it just gives you a little bit of a head start. You go, okay, well, I know what tools I need. I know if it's going to be a 10-minute ordeal or a 4-hour ordeal. You can kind of plan for it. Tell your wife, hey, listen, I'm going to go in the garage and tinker with my car. Leave me alone for X amount of time, and then you are covered. This is our favorite grease, the Honda Euro grease, and we are going to coat this really well. Look for this. If it has any excessive wear, that will make it notchy. This is when the grease is no longer doing its job. That plastic will actually dig into the metal here. Sorry for the noise behind me, but we're continuously working while we're filming this, as we often do. We're trying to get moving on this because we have a pretty tight schedule, and I want to show you this. So lather it with this. Don't be cheap. Use a ton of it. In fact, if you buy a clutch from us, I give you a whole tub of this now, so you can go crazy and lather it all over the place. So the end ball, I've shown you this in the past. Go ahead and do this. Put it in a cup of water, warm it up. That way it makes this pliable. We have had a couple of customers say in the colder climates, when they shove this on, it cracks. And what sucks is when you order one of these and you put it on and it cracks. I'm using my favorite S2000 mug. Look at this. How many of you guys have one of these? 2010 Homecoming. It's actually funny, I remember going to this with a good friend of mine, Mike. My son was just born. I said to my wife, hey, I got to run to California real quick. We're going to the S2000 Homecoming, and I got this mug. All right, back together, all clean, nicely greased up. when I get to the transmission, the part that this slides into as well, I'm going to go ahead and clean that just to get the sticky, yucky stuff. I mean, look at the before and after grease. Ugh. I'm going to dig that out, clean it, put some fresh Honda grease on there too. It'll make an amazing difference. Alright, so we get so many people bring us drinks, and it is so nice to get drinks because we drink water all the time. So this was just dropped off by our good friend Carlos, which is this is actually Carlos's friend's car, but he is the driver. Anyway, they both drove down. Carlos got work, he got work. He just brought us this, and this just happens to be George's favorite drink in the whole entire world.
These are my favorite.
This is George's favorite drink. So, you know, we just got some Gatorade. I've been drinking the Gatorade. That's all you, buddy.
I'm gonna put this.
Don't drink it all in the same day.
I'm gonna drink them all today.
How many's in there? 12?
Yeah.
That's 3 times 4.
Yep.
That works out to be a dozen there, Bob.
Yeah, I can drink that today.
Awesome, you knocked that out. So that has made George happy. That is George's favorite drink. He's gonna go refrigerate that right now. So we're hoping it has an AP1 flywheel in here because it's an 04, and then we'll see this written on the side of the transmission.
It definitely has one.
It says AP1 flywheel.
You wouldn't question a guy that would do that to your transmission, would you?
No, I gotta believe it.
And it's a stage 2 comp clutch.
It says it right there.
Yeah.
The good news is this hole, if you cut it big enough, you could essentially change the clutch through that hole and save yourself a whole bunch of labor.
It would be much easier.
A lot better than pulling that transmission
So I'll
down.
say we'll get the thing out, we'll cut it all the way around here,
Yeah,
and we'll just unbolt it, drop it through.
yeah. Just put 2 bolts at the top. Oh, there's a shaft going through it.
Yeah, that shaft always
That
gets
shaft.
you,
We
doesn't
might
it?
have to make that shaft quick release.
I feel like I've been shafted.
All right, this is the clutch that came out of it. I'm over here because the compressor's making a bunch of racket, and George is blowing the compressor and all that kind of stuff. It's not a Nietzsche bearing. This is a comp clutch. As you see, looks like a stage 3 because it's a segmented. It's pretty wore out, so it's a pretty rough shape. The bearing is an aftermarket bearing. It's lucky because it didn't fall apart. They usually do, but of course we're going to replace it, and it's going to get a Nietzsche in there.
Flywheel on my car,
Yeah.
5 pounds lighter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
All right, so this is supposed to be an AP1 flywheel. So fingers crossed it is. Confirmed it is an AP1 flywheel, and it has been, looks like it's got a little bit of a groove in it, but it has been resurfaced.
Yeah, the
It
side
looks-
of the transmission where it says stage 2, if you look at the side of the flywheel, it says stage 3. It's on the rim somewhere. There it is. With the data was installed.
Look at that. That's pretty cool. So it's upside down, but it does say, oh, there we go. 11, 25, 17, stage 3, compensation clutch. Alright, just so I can give you a comparison of what they did to this transmission. You see the hole that they cut out. Again, this is just so they can put the shift fork in afterwards, and we've seen it a lot. It's kind of like an oh crap moment. They'll put the transmission on, they'll bolt it up, they turn around, they'll see the shift fork sitting on the floor, and this is obviously the quickest way is to cut a ginormous hole in there as opposed to take the transmission back down. Let me show you one that hasn't been touched. Yeah, that's one that is all complete. You see the webbing up there? The other one, it seems like they cut it all the way to the webbing. Alright, this is the slide. You've seen us replace this. You see the big shiny section? I almost dropped it. We don't need it, but I wanted to show you it. That big shiny section is where the release bearing rides, and it makes like a bit of a thud as you press the clutch down. You can feel it in the pedal. So replacing it with the brand new Honda Slide, a new grease and bearing, makes a world of difference. So we're going to replace this pilot bearing. Just wanted to see if you could hear it. In fact, there's a pilot bearing. We're going to send this off and get it surface, but that's the bearing we use in NSK. It's funny, Honda use Koyo, NSK, and Nietzsche. They're all come in the same pack. Can you hear this? So the bolts are exceptionally dry on this one. You've seen us do this before, but this is, we don't plan on taking this apart, but if we ever do in the future, or the next guy, he will thank you for doing this. Especially the subframe bolts, every one of those. Actually, they all came out easy but one, right?
Yeah.
one was really bound up. These are all dry, which means it just can trash the threads taking them out, can damage the aluminum, so it's a good practice. Alright, shifter is back in. It makes a world of difference. Look how precise that is. Just something so small, and it's smooth too. We get a lot of feedback from this. So much better. Alright, so we're changing the diff fluid right here. Now, he ran Royal Purple in here. We don't recommend running that in the differentials. We recommend Mobil 175, 140, and that comes also from a good friend of ours, Ben from Putty Mod. He's worked on a bunch of these, taken them apart, and he's seen effects of different fluids, and he recommends the Mobil 75 142. So that's a good enough recommendation from me. So that's what we're going to do, drain this completely out, flush a little bit of Mobil in there just to make sure we get all the old Royal Purple out. Now, don't confuse this with the Royal Purple we put in the transmissions. We have had good look with that, but we're not one of these shops that once we like one product, everything is just a default, we like it. I don't run their engine oil and I don't run their diff, so hopefully that answers a couple of questions. Alright, so we just took his airbox lid off. This is an aftermarket filter, but it seems to fit. It's in decent shape. He asked about one of our titanium elbows, so we're going to go ahead and change it. It'll look pretty nice in here. This is actually an interesting airbox design, by the way. It's got a hose that's routed outside of the car. I kind of like that idea. Might be something that we could possibly do a little bit of experimenting with.
This whole thing's been cut off too.
I've noticed, I was just looking at it, you know, and something doesn't look quite right to you, you can't place it. Yeah, there's a big chunk of airbox missing over here. This is part of the arc that we were so careful to try and keep that, because the airbox would fit here. I'll put a picture in there. And this was obviously a critical shaping right here, and we wanted it to fit perfect, but big open gap right here. That is, again, just the resonator chamber. But this, I like this idea. Keep an eye out for this in the future. You might see us do some testing, and if we like it, we might adopt it. That looks beautiful. I really like that. I know I'm kind of biased because we're selling them, we're telling people to buy them, but I really do like it. I should do the Integra. I should do all the exhaust on the Integra and the intercooler piping and everything. Yeah. That'd be a really good idea.
Was this video actually made like a year ago?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We did do that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Alright, this one is good. We have a bolt missing over here. One of our bolts will probably match that. We're not going to mess around with this. We're not going to refinish it. The paint looks a little questionable on there, so I'm not going to get involved too far, but we will replace that just to be sure. And we'll give it a quick drive, make sure everything is happy, and send him on his way. Alright, he's going to take it for a quick drive. As we did in a past video, we're going to try and talk to the customer, see if we'll go on camera and just kind of give their point of view, how it drives. Let us get some feedback for us and for you. Don't back into that blue car. The owner's right here. At least I got on film if it does hit your car.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I can get on film. Yeah, plus it's your friend, so it doesn't count. Alright, he's going to go for a quick ride, and then we'll film his impression when he comes back. That was the car that we just finished last week. This is the friend of this car that we just did the clutch on. You didn't go very far, it didn't break down, did it?
No, day and night. Day and night.
What about the transmission first? Tell us about that little
It's
recall.
incredible. It's silky smooth. Before I had that stage 3 clutch, and the gears were really hard to engage.
Now it's nice, precise, slick.
It's amazing. I mean, it takes nothing just to get pushed.
It almost feels like there's no clutch in there, doesn't it?
Oh my god! Oh yeah. It is incredible.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. 100% recommend it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Don't forget, break it in. We just had a little joke about that. We've had customers, we say, hey, break it in right here, and then here they'll do a burnout. That's like 10 feet they've already forgotten. So just break it. 500 miles normal driving, nice and easy, grandma shifting, and it'll feel fantastic.
Are you serious?
You agree? You want to do it?
Oh my god.
You want to leave your car here a little bit longer? We'll do yours next.
Yeah, John, let's talk about prices.
You see why I rave about this clutch? It's not because they give us any special deal. It's just that good. It really is. It's that good. You know what? He might just take off for a while now. But it's silky smooth. It's the lightest pedal pressure. It's easy to shift. It's easy to modulate the clutch. Get stuck in traffic, you're not going to feel like He-Man trying to drive it.
Hey, I'm taking your car with you.
Look how nice that is. You know, it's this part of the video where I start getting kind of soppy and everybody goes, ah, yeah, whatever, tune out. This stuff makes my day. When you work on a customer's car, they leave happy and satisfied, and you're satisfied too. It's as good as payment. It's like unbelievable. If all your bills are paid, this is the biggest bonus you can get when a customer is absolutely loving their car. They not only love the car, they bring their friend back. They drive 4 hours to get here. They bring their friend so we can work on their car too. Not only is it testament they like the service so much to bring their friend, but then you get to make the friend happy and basically, you know, make their dreams come true, I guess. I know it's kind of soppy. Meanwhile, George has got himself a new iPhone watch. It's actually pretty nice. Looks like the Divers edition, it's yellow.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
It is great.
So that one's done, George. Let's get out of here.
All right.